Rob Manfred is literally killing the game of baseball. I don't know if it's intentional or if he's just stupid, but decision after decision, situation after situation, this moron has made the wrong decision. You could literally throw a dart at a dartboard for every possible situation that's come up, and you'd have better results than what this bonehead has come up with. I'm going to go through story after story why I'm being forced to make this video. But if you could first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with the baseball lover in your life so they can get some sweet relief and vindication for the rant I'm about to go on for this idiot who is destroying the game we love. Alright, so for the latest story, players did not react positively to Thursday's first proposal by the league to end the lockout, led by the glorious leader Rob Manfred. Of course, is a horrible offer to players and the Players Association to try and get a deal done. For those of you who don't know, we have been locked out of baseball since the end of the 2021 season. We're going on day 42 now, and this is the first proposal the league has even presented to the Players Association. We're in the middle of June or January. End of February is start of spring training games. I don't think we're even going to get the season to start on time. They are so far apart. They're not close to an agreement. Has to do with money. Baseball should be at its highest growing point it's ever been at in this millennium. The game should be being shared to everybody. There's so many young stars, diverse culture, diverse looking people that you can promote that are absolute studs. They're fun, they're exciting, they get you pumped up to watch a baseball game. But this idiot, no, I'm not going to have it. I'm going to ruin our game. It's unbelievable. Since he's been the commissioner in 2015, he has made wrong decision after wrong decision to just stifle the growth of the game, kill any enjoyment fans could possibly get out of it, and he's a ruthless dictator that just is power hungry and all about me. Let's start off with the biggest blunder this moron has made as commissioner of Major League Baseball. The Astros cheating scandal in 2017. It came out that the Houston Astros were a bunch of filthy cheaters. They cheated to win the World Series in 2017. They ruined the game of baseball. They stole the integrity from the game of baseball. No, but the other teams were... No, they weren't. The other teams weren't doing what the Astros were doing. The Astros were using video cameras to steal live signs and signal it to their hitters. I don't want to hear it. They're blatant cheaters. And Rob Manfred, first of all, refused to strip them of their World Series. Should have been stripped. It's a big-ass asterisk on them. Oh, no, Peter, you're just assaulting Yankee fans. Shut up. It has nothing to do with that. Yeah, I'm salty about it, but it's an embarrassment to the game of baseball. There are standards held in this game. You know the players cheated. They willingly cheated. And what did you do to the Astros? Oh, I'm going to fine them $5 million. Whoop-de-friggin-do. They made more than $5 million hosting those playoff games, selling that merchandise, winning the World Series. It's an absolute joke. I'm going to suspend their manager, AJ Hinch, for a year. I'm going to suspend the mastermind, Carlos Correa, for only a year. So Carlos Correa was the mastermind and the hitting coach for the Astros who did this shit. He leaves and then goes to the Boston Red Sox, and they happen to win the World Series the next year when he's the manager. And you're not going to look into the Red Sox cheating? Carlos Correa is an embarrassment to the game. He should have gotten a lifetime ban. You banned Pete Rose for life for gambling on baseball as a manager. But this scumbag is purposefully, blatantly using video signals to cheat and steal, win back-to-back World Series, and you let him come back like, oh, it's not a big deal. He's a disgrace to the game, and so are you, Rob. You didn't suspend a single friggin' player who was in on the cheating scandal. Yes, you, Carlos Correa, you, Jose Altuve, and we know the cheating scandal was probably going on long after 2018. Why would we stop if we haven't been caught? So it's an abject disaster, a complete embarrassment. The fans revolted. You spit in our faces as fans that you weren't going to suspend these cheaters. You blackballed every steroid player when nobody gives a shit about steroids anymore. You still have to hit a friggin' baseball. You know how much easier it is to hit a baseball when you know what pitch is coming? Yeah, these are professional hitters. Yeah, they're good. And yeah, the Astros needed to cheat to win the World Series, which is a damn shame because they were a good team and they had a lot of good players. But they were so dominant at home, so piss poor on the road during those playoff runs. It's an abject disaster, and it's evidence they needed to cheat. So you didn't suspend any of these players for any games whatsoever. So what you told to the fans is, you don't matter. You told the other players, it doesn't matter. So what do you do going on from this? We have our rowdy fans. They're booing, they're hissing, they're jeering at them. They're banging trash cans at those cheaters. And you know what? Players take it into your own hands. Joe Kelly gets real pissy at the Astros because he was on the LA Dodgers, and the Dodgers have the biggest gripe to be made here about the Astros. They lost to the Astros and the Red Sox, both the teams who were cheating. So Joe Kelly starts an incident against the Astros in Minute Maid, and you give him an 8-game suspension. So now he's got an infinitely longer suspension than any player that is confirmed, known to have cheated, that you have covered up because he started a fight, because he made some faces and talked some shit. He didn't even throw and hit anybody. Oh, excuse me, he hit Carlos Correa once. Yeah, you deserve it, you bastard. You said players take it in your own hands. If you're not going to deal out fair justice, they're going to take it into your own hands. So you've completely embarrassed and tarnished the name of baseball. Let's see. Baseball's biggest superstar, Mike Trout, says player marketing requires one thing for sure, the player. And so he shit on Mike Trout for Mike Trout not being going out there and flaunting his popularity, trying to help grow the game of baseball. That doesn't have to be Mike Trout's job. That's not Mike Trout's responsibility. Yeah, he's a great player. You have 1,000 other players that are awesome for the game of baseball that want to push it out there. And you're going to call out Mike Trout, who's the fish, one of the best players ever. It's absolutely ridiculous. You should be embarrassed with yourself, Rob. Like, come on. You have Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto. I mean, I can't even think of all the other players you have out there that are just so good, so young. They're a diverse cultural background. They play the game with fun, pizzazz, we're spicing things up. And you don't want to promote them? Promote those guys. Oh, you're too stuffy. You don't love, you say you want to let the kids play. You don't really want to let the kids play. You're just being an old piece of shit. It's such a bad look. You're shitting on the advertisement of players. Do it yourself, MLB. There are 1,000 young guys that want to do it. Aaron Judge is another one. I can't even think of all the young players that are out there that you can push. I'm missing 1,000. I know. Rail on me. I know. Whatever. Let's see what else baseball's done. Oh, you cut 40 minor league affiliates in 2021 for Major League Baseball. Minor league teams are the growth and pipeline to Major League talent. They are small organizations. They barely make any money, if they even break even. And you just cut them, let them high and dry, destroying people's jobs, destroying people's careers, because you're going to consolidate and have less teams. Dude, I understand you want to do that, but you think you could give some people a heads up? If you want to take control of minor league baseball and actually fund minor league baseball, give minor league players a living wage, give them substantial living conditions while they're trying to get to the major leagues because you want to have a setup system like this, that's fine. But give some people some heads up. Maybe wean them off of this. Let's just not cut 40 affiliates and thousands of people's jobs and livelihoods and leave them high and dry up creek without a paddle. Good move, Rob. Brilliant move. So, with all these controversies, you think coming into 2021, we'd have some things settled. Let's see. Oh, halfway through the season, there's talk. Pitchers have been using sticky stuff to pitch. Okay, let's get on it. It's been a known thing. You refuse to get on it in the offseason. Trevor Bauer has been vocal about how he developed spider tack and sticky substances using bong resin because he's a goddamn chemist over there. And you ignore it until it gets to the middle of the season and nobody can hit the friggin' baseball because the spin rates are out of control from pitchers. And for those of you who don't know, spin rates make it harder to hit a baseball. Guys throw 100 miles an hour. We're throwing big old boys out of the pen. They're shoving. And the ball's moving like a goddamn spider monkey to hitters, and they can't hit the baseball. It's hard to do, okay? That's fine. So what do, Rob? You're going to just ban the substances in the middle of the season. No talk, no fixing, no crackdown in the offseason, and you're going to suspend pitchers 10 games. 10 games without any notice. You suspended 0 people on the Astros for 0 games. Dude, what are you doing? If you want to handle this in the offseason, do that. We can't just stop it in the middle of the season. It's such a bullshit tactic. It was so hard on pitchers. Of course, the home runs went through the roof. How about the pitchers' injuries went through the roof? Because they had to throw harder, more pitches, differently. They just weren't ready to adapt to that. So it brought the game up, and the players hate you for it, Rob. Rightfully so. Carlos Rendon calling out Rob Manfred. Every player, the pitchers have been up in arms about Manfred. Tyler Glasnow has said this is why he was injured this year, because of the change. It's so ridiculous. You are the worst leader ever for the sport of baseball. You are an embarrassment to the game. How about this one? MLB used 2 different sets of baseballs during the season and didn't tell teams which baseball was which. You've already had, I didn't even bring up the controversy about the juice baseballs you've had from 2017 to 2020. People were talking about juice baseballs that were just flying out of the park. And if you want to juice the baseballs, that's fine with me. Chicks dig the long ball. Everyone wants to see high runs. Everyone wants to see scoring. That's fine. As long as it's known, I don't care. But when you use 2 different sets of baseballs, don't tell the teams, and they definitely have different weights, different feels, and fly out of the park differently, it's a real friggin' problem. Because now it looks like you're rigging games to get results you want. You know, if one team's better pitching versus better hitting teams, and we want the team with the better pitching to win, maybe we use the balls that are a little harder to hit out of the park. Who knows? It should be illegal. It's a crime against baseball. It's a crime against humanity to be doing this. It's unbelievable. And countless players and countless media personnel have called your bum ass out for being this piece of shit. And then what do you do about the controversy, the critics, the criticism? You don't take it like a real man. You fired Ken Rosenthal. Excuse me, you didn't renew his contract with the MLB Network. Ken Rosenthal is one of the most beloved baseball reporters. He's been doing it forever. He's been with the MLB Network for over a decade. He wears the great bow ties. He has great on-field reporting, great on-field communications with players, and you're going to not renew his contract because you're a little bitch and he talks shit about you? Thanks, Rob. You're a real big man over there. You're destroying this game. Baseball needs to be done. The owners need to get together. The players need to get together, and they need to run this bozo out of the league. Baseball should be at its most popular it's ever been. It's a young game full of young superstars that are a blast to watch. They're freak talents. They're so good. They can hit. They can pitch. They can run. They can steal. They can play defense. They can do everything. There's more and more thirst out there for entertainment. People love watching playoff baseball. You can make that atmosphere in the regular season. You can grow this game. More young kids need to be playing baseball, but you refuse to do any positive steps to take this game in the right direction. I hope y'all enjoyed this rant. That's going to do it for me today. Again, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with all your baseball fans out there, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.